So I found this level that only one person could beat out of a collective 170,000 attempts from players, and I wanted to see why the clear rate was insanely low and if I could be the second person to beat it. And speaking of 1 in 170,000, there's a 1 in 170,000 chance that you can see Big Luigi on your screen right now. So if you see him, make sure to subscribe. So the beginning of this level doesn't have much to explain, so I'll speed it up a bit. But as you get further into the level, each section gets more difficult than the last, and about halfway through there's a section based on luck where you have a 1 in 7 chance of getting to the next part of the level. Anyway, after going through the pipe, I have to move as fast as possible using tight wall jumps so I can avoid this incoming muncher, and I spin on the piranha enemy and enter the door. Here, I can stop my momentum on this edge with a triple jump, and I precisely twirl over the thwomp, ground pound the pound to destroy the muncher enemy, and I twirl over the spikes and enter the next door. I throw the shell and twirl to bounce off of it, perform a tight slope shell jump, and I activate the switch so I can line up against the wall and ground pound in between the spikes, and coming up is that random part I mentioned earlier. The Magic Koopa turns this block into one of 7 objects that will usually hit the snow block. If it's hit, a P-switch activates and you die immediately. These are the 7 possible objects you can get, and only the coin will avoid the note block. So I had to replay the first half of the level until I got lucky with 1 in 7 odds to just get an attempt at the hardest parts of the level. After that, I have to precisely twirl avoiding the piranhas and spikes, and I perform this tight trick where you can just barely enter the pipe with a precise twirl and ground pound. Now, in this next survival room section, I have to wait out the P-switch timer as I avoid the moving muncher enemy. The only other way to die is to fall off this platform into the spikes, which seems like it wouldn't be a challenge, but I actually slipped on a banana peel and ran into the spikes, making me restart the entire level again. So after getting 1 in 7 odds again and performing all those difficult tricks, I stay on the donut platform and then jump a little bit too early and die. So after getting 1 in 7 odds again and performing all those difficult tricks and surviving this room, I enter the door. This section is another survival room where you have to dodge the fireballs, but after that is the hardest part of the level where I have a 1-frame window for these 2 precise jumps where I have to wall jump just before Mario gets hit by the muncher and spike, which I somehow got on the first try and beat the level. So whenever I achieve something like beating a hard level, I like to celebrate the achievement by putting something up on my wall that represents the level I beat. I thought the hardest part of this level was going to be the ending, but I ended up getting it first try. So the real hardest part was dodging that banana. So I put a banana on my wall.